So I, so I'm talking, I'm at Dream Slam and Wexler's there. That fucking
Wexler, Wexler, Wexler.
Wexler. And so Wexler's there, and I was like, "Hey, you gonna try to get out to WrestleMania or Vegas at least?" He goes, "Yeah, I'll be out there. What about you guys?" I said, "Yeah, we're the plan has been to get a booth at WrestleCon, so we'll see." And he goes, "That's expensive." I want to say, first of all, you don't know what my bank account looks like, you nasty bitch. But but I was like, I don't have anything to sell though, so making the money back might be a challenge. But
Yeah.
yeah,
Well, we could we could invest in making a bunch of How Is This Fake shirts
we could, we
and
could.
sell those.
That seems
Listen,
like the easiest option.
either way, even if we don't, let's say we don't get a booth, I still like the idea of getting How Is This Fake branded deodorant sticks and just handing them out because people are gonna
Dude,
need them.
and we'd be the only people there with deodorant to give people.
Yeah.
They wouldn't
I
know what
was
they were missing.
I was talking about today about how when you go to a wrestling event, because I was talking about our idea for, handing out hygiene products and things like that. And somehow I ended up talking about urinals.
Oh,
And without fail, whenever you go to a wrestling event, there's always going to be an adult that has their pants fully down at their ankles at a urinal.
classic.
Always.
Are you that fan?
No.
I am. It's me.
Because I have to worry about bending over and picking it back up, and it's just a lot.
That's
It's a lot of
true.
work.
That's true. I like to pee with my pants all the way down in the urinal at a wrestling show because when I have to pull my pants up, I just rip ass and the whole bathroom is just like skunk sprayed. I'm just kidding. Oh man. Well, buddy,
um,
so you got anything else before we get into Monday Night Raw and all the haps?
Yeah, I do. And I've been thinking about this after I listen to Busted Open every day,
Right.
whether I catch it in the well, I'm gonna have to only be able to listen to it on my way home from work now because it's gonna start an hour later here in Arizona because the times change here on Sunday.
Ugh.
But on my way to work, or the times don't even change here. The times change everywhere else. This
You
is the
guys
only
are the
place the times don't change.
you guys are smart in that regard. I'll give you that. I don't know
Yeah.
why no one else does it.
Which means wrestling is going to be an hour later now. Um, you're going to be an hour before me now, and I am just going to sit in this limbo of wrestling starting at 6 o'clock. And overall, listening to Busted Open, and they had on our guy, or not our guy, I don't know, my guy, my fandom follows this man in real one, aka Enzo Amore. And I keep thinking, when he cut, a phenomenal promo about, I know I sucked in the ring at WWE, but I was at the very top, and I'm one of the only guys that went from the very top to the very bottom and still is still around and learned from coming from the going to the very bottom and is making something of himself. And I keep, and he's talking about how there's nobody better than him on the microphone. So hear me out. Hear me out, Tony Khan, who's not listening to our podcast, who may see my clip on TikTok. MJF versus Real One, aka Enzo Amore, is what the people deserve.
Dude, that would
It
be
really
great.
is. It really is. It would be the greatest feud on the microphone ever.
Dude,
Two New York, two New York boys going at it on the microphone in the ring. The story, and then you somehow get Cass involved, and sorry, Big Bill involved.
I say you pair them up, break them up by having Cass be, you know, boot MJF in the face or something. That's how Enzo turns on him, and then you get, what were they called? What were they called in WWE?
What's
Cass
on
and Enzo.
Cass?
They didn't have a name?
No, Bada boom, the realest guys in the room.
How you
How you
doing?
doing?
By the way, one of the
Uh,
best the best Raw after Mania debut of the
Ever.
last. It, dude, that pop.
I would argue that they were the best NXT main roster debut out of anybody. It goes them, then Kevin Owens.
Did Kevin Owens debut in the U.S. title match?
He debuted just coming out to tell John Cena, listen, I don't need to fight you right now. I'll fight you whenever, and I'll beat you up. And then he beat up John Cena. But I want
That would
Enzo and I want MJF. I think that is great.
that's money. That's money. Did I ever tell you the story about my uncle and Enzo? Well, it's not really a story. It's just a thing that happened that I know a little bit about. So my uncle is a musician and he was doing something in a studio somewhere out here and Enzo was there and they were like, I don't know if they were working together or if he just happened to be there and they were like hanging out or whatever. But my uncle talked to me about it after the fact. He's like, "Do you know who this guy is? He's a wrestler." I was like, "Fuck yeah." He goes, "Oh, dude, this guy's awesome. Like, he's a rapper and he's trying to, do his rap thing and he wants to start this thing where it's like a rap concert and a wrestling show, blah, blah, blah." And at that point, it lost me because I was like, those things don't work.
But he is a good rapper.
No, dude,
Like if you've ever heard that song Phoenix by him, it's really good. And it's like, it's real. I mean, it's all about him talking about everything that happened to him with the WWE.
he's if he said he's the best on the mic, I'd pss, top 10 living, I'd say. Not living, top 10 active. Because I'm not going to take
I'd
away from
say
Ric Flair and Steve
I'd
Austin, The
say
Rock.
living. I would say living. I would put him and MJF both in the top 10 living.
Well, who's dead
Maybe
that
even
cut?
of all time, honestly, but there's still a lot of time.
Who's dead that was like a great promo? I know that's a
Ru-
shitty question, but
I mean, there's a lot of people. Roddy Piper.
Hulk Hogan.
Yeah, I guess Hulk Hogan.
He cut the promos he needed to.
Yeah. Roddy Piper, Hulk Hogan.
Dusty.
Oh yeah, Dusty Rhodes is up there. You have Owen Hart had a good promo. Oh, Bray Wyatt.
Dude, okay, can we talk about Bray Wyatt for a sec while we're getting
Um,
up this list?
yeah, as I'm thinking about.
I I guess this is a hot take. I think Bray Wyatt, I feel like an asshole for what I'm about to say. If Bray Wyatt was still alive, I don't even think he'd be signed anywhere. And I don't think we'd be talking about him as great as people talk about him now.
Uh, I disagree.
Really?
I honestly think that Bray Wyatt is the best character. Maybe not necessarily the best wrestler, but the best character created by the WWE in since the Attitude Era.
I mean, the way that he played the character was cool. Like, especially when they first came around on the main roster, he was still wearing the white pants. It was
Yeah.
before Braun Strowman even showed up. That like swampy Dan Spivey kind of thing. That was pretty cool. But I just, man, there were so many misses in his career. When you look at like the Hell in the Cell match, the main event WrestleMania match with Randy Orton.
I don't think a single miss in his career had to do with him.
No, no, it didn't. It wasn't his fault. It was just he was so unique that I almost think the powers that be or that were maybe just didn't know how to use his talent in a way that was I don't know. I don't know. I don't know. I can't really tell you what I would have done different. I don't know. He never really had any like championship runs that were memorable. I just think most of the stuff when you think of Bray Wyatt, most of the stuff is like, oh yeah, remember that?
You know what I never would have done? If
Hmm.
I would have avoided the Fiend. I would have strayed away from the supernatural aspect and then got into more of the cult like aspect of what we're seeing with the Wyatt six.
Yeah, I feel like that probably would have been it's a supernatural thing, dude. Especially in today's day and age. How do you pull that
It just
off
doesn't work anymore.
without looking hokey?
Yeah, it just doesn't work anymore. Even the lights going out and the guy even like and I you're gonna hate what I have to say here. But even with the lights going out and the guy just appearing, like what they just did with AEW and Sting,
No, I don't hate that.
I don't I'm not a fan of it. I don't know. I'm not a fan of the Undertaker anymore. Just in general, Undertaker. What's it called? I stopped being a fan of the Undertaker, whatever the match was before AJ Styles.
Was that the
Because
DX match?
yeah, that's it. Yeah, you know what? The DX match was better than whatever the Undertaker's doing now, just showing up on his motorcycle and giving hugs and killing whatever thing he had left. Um, but yeah, I don't know. But anyway, Randy Savage also had a phenomenal promo.
Oh fuck,
Oh,
dude. How did
and
I
the
forget
Ultimate
Randy Savage?
Warrior. Um,
Will you
Ultimate
say
Warrior is up there
Ultimate
too.
Warrior had a better promo than Hulk Hogan?
Yes, I would say most people had a better promo than Hulk Hogan.
But what was the difference between Warrior and Hogan's promo?
Um, Hogan Warriors were inspiring. Hogan's were inspiring the children to eat their listen. And I can tell you that most of those wrestling fans that ate their vitamins and said their prayers are now like middle aged and have the body type shared with me. So
It worked for a time.
it worked
The
for a time.
vitamins and the milk.
Yeah.
The milk just turned into milkshakes.
Exactly. But I don't know. I never was I mean I can't say I wasn't never of a Hulk Hogan guy because I do like Hulk Hogan, but I don't think promo wise I don't think I think the ambiance of Hulk Hogan was bigger than any promo he could like do.
I would say that's true.
Um, but speaking of promos and whatever teasers and stuff that's going on, and I don't know, we this thing is stupid what they're doing with these feet, and I'm sure by the time we release this video, we'll find out that
We'll
what it
know who
what
it
it
is.
actually is. But
Probably.
it's definitely a WrestleMania promo.
It's a WrestleMania promo, and I believe what it is a new version of the Vision and the denim pants we saw. Our friend of the podcast, Tony, commented on our video on Instagram, and he pretty much said this, and I was like, you know what? I can't poke any holes into that. But it's a new Vision, Bronson, Paul Heyman, and Brock Lesnar.
Yeah, probably.
And and watching Raw today, listening to Heyman talk to Braun about how there's someone coming who the Vision lines up perfectly with, blah blah blah. Like I think it's Brock.
Yeah, it's Brock. But I like the idea of what I wanted it to be was an ad for uh WWE 2K26 because it's around Christmas time. They're gonna, the last DLC pack for 25 just came out, so it should be time for them to release the game. And I think it would have been cool if it would have ended with Jericho because Jericho's going to be in the game. Jericho's going to the Hall of Fame. He's going to be the character.
When's Jericho showing up? If you had to guess, showing up at the
Uh,
Rumble. I don't see him showing up at the Rumble only because they don't do surprises in the Rumble like they used to.
no, not anymore. There's no
They
money in
haven't
it.
for a stretch. Everyone holds out for those surprises and it never happens.
Yeah, I honestly think that it will probably be SummerSlam or Survivor Series.
That soon, huh? I thought he was still signed till the end of the year at least.
No, that doesn't matter anymore.
Speaking of busted open, you heard what Tony Khan said to was it LaGreca
You don't like
about
that, huh?
Jericho? Or
Oh, that
was
he
it
loves Jericho. He's a great addition to the.
has a great history here? It was
Yeah,
basically yeah, he's gone. Oh man. So what'd you think about this night's Raw? I know it's still going right now, but
it was all right. I mean, I like the Penta and Rusev match, but
yeah.
Rusev, another one. They're just Rusev done one thing really. I mean, he fought Sheamus, and now he's fighting Penta, and there's no way Rusev takes the championship off of Dominic Mysterio.
No.
So it's like I don't know what we're doing here. Just Rusev's just in. I want Rusev and Braun Breaker.
Dude, Rusev can put on some freaking hard-hitting matches. I love watching him, but I think he's probably in Big Show territory right now where he kind of
Yeah.
just is a body,
Hmm.
a big body that they
Yeah.
can use a bunch of different ways. I wouldn't
Vladimir
expect any
Kozlov,
yeah, I wouldn't expect any Rusev title reigns or anything like that.
which is sad because I really do think that Rusev would make a phenomenal heavyweight champion.
Well, and he proved how good he could hold the US championship all those years ago.
Yeah.
He had a WrestleMania match against John Cena.
Yeah, he
Or,
should have been the world champion all those years ago.
dude, Lana, smoke show.
Yeah, she's never coming back though.
No, no, and he's working there. I don't know. Nikki's
No.
back.
Nah. Well, they're back together. They're married again.
Wait, Lana and Rusev are?
Yeah.
Oh, I'm thinking of Andrade and Charlotte.
Oh yeah, no, he's never coming back. They're gonna hold him hostage
I
though for
think
a year.
Andrade should seize this opportunity of being like the meme of he's here, he's there, he's here, he's there. He should just try to set a record like they did for the 24/7 championship and just see how many times he can flip-flop or pull like a Rick Rude and show up at the same city for the
Same,
same wrestling
yeah.
show, different mustache or whatever the fuck. Damn, dude. What'd you think about the Nikki Bella Roxanne match that took place towards the beginning of the show?
um, unless so, I want Liv Morgan to come back. I want Liv Morgan versus Nikki Bella. That's the match we were building towards, and Liv Morgan got hurt. Um, so if this feud leads to anything, I want it to lead into Liv Morgan coming back and saving her from Stephanie McCure, then getting the championship, or I wanted to end up with Roxanne helping her win the championship from Stephanie, and then Liv Morgan turns on her and Raquel, and then I don't know, maybe we get Rhea Ripley and Liv Morgan against the two of them, and then Dominic Mysterio is like a lucky man and he gets to have both of them on his waist.
Jeez.
But we don't really hear Dominic Mysterio talk about Liv that much lately.
Well, I mean, he's got a shoot wife. He's got a crazy ex-girlfriend like Rhea. He's got a crazy real life girlfriend like Liv.
Yeah.
I think Dominic Mysterio might win a fakie for Wrestler of the Year at this point.
Yeah, well, I don't know. We'll see what happens with him and John Cena. I still am thinking that that's John Cena's second to last match.
So hear me out, because you brought up Dom and Cena, and they're going to be in San Diego. That's the Mysterio's hometown.
Yep.
The people love Dom, and they also love to hate him. People haven't booed Cena in a while. Second to last appearance, do you think the crowd turns on Cena?
No, I do not. I think Cena gets a standing ovation every single place that he goes for these next 4 or 5 dates that he has left.
Does he need to win the rest of them?
He needs to win every one of them except for the last one. Which really, I think out of these dates, he has maybe two matches, and one of them is the last match.
Okay.
But
All
I
right.
do think he needs to win the next one and then lose the last match. I think he needs to lose his last match regardless. That's the right thing to do. You lose your last match.
Now we've talked about before how he'll his last match, especially if he goes up against Dom in Survivor Series, he wins the IC title, and then Gunther comes back for his last match, and that's how you get the title off Cena, put it back on Gunther, who is the greatest Intercontinental Champion of all time. Kind of makes sense.
Well, this just popped in my head.
All right.
Because Gunther, yes, longest reigning Intercontinental Champion of all time. Sure. Does that make him the greatest? The
I
Miz is the greatest Intercontinental Champion of all time. I want The Miz to end John Cena's career. And then we get one last good Miz run with that Intercontinental Championship for a full year. Because The Miz is up there too. The Miz is like
It's
45 years
true.
old.
Why
He's
didn't
up
they
there.
have
We don't
Cena
have
and
much
the
longer
Miz
with The
do
Miz.
something?
Speaking of
Ah,
some of the greatest top 10 wrestlers alive on the microphone, The Miz is the greatest alive on the microphone.
dude, the Miz. Who was it that a couple years ago Miz was on SmackDown and he was talking to someone who was IC or US champion, and he cut them to size like with his promo. And he was basically like, the only reason I'm not champion is because they won't let me be champion anymore. He's like, I'm not a joke. I could be very serious when I want to be. It might have been Gunther,
Yeah.
actually. It might have been him. But okay, so you're mentioning greatest IC champion of all time. I said it was Gunther. You said it was Miz. But dude, I'm circling back. I think the guy who has the record is Chris Jericho.
Good point. That's a good point too. But
Cena takes it off.
There's no way Jericho comes back for Cena's last match.
It'll
That
be
would
the
be such a
slowest fucking
waste.
match ever.
That would be such a waste for Jericho and Cena for Jericho to be Cena's last match for like it needs to go to either a story that makes sense, like The Miz, because that's where the history is. Or, and it writes itself, The Miz comes out, I'm pissed because I am, one of your greatest rivals and people are looking over me. I thought you had I main evented two WrestleManias against you. And here we are.
You see The Rock come back at all for anything?
The Rock comes back at Madison Square Garden and shakes John Cena's hand
Oh my
because
god.
he needs to be loved. But to be fair, I do think that they do kind of like a John. They give John Cena a big farewell, surprise farewell, much like they gave you know Ric Flair the first or second time he retired. Shawn Michaels got a little one. The Undertaker got that one.
And not one of these guys has ever been called the greatest of all time by the company. But
No.
WWE is very much calling John Cena the greatest of all time. So
Yes.
anything that Undertaker, Flair, any of those guys got, this would have to. I could honestly live with a Saturday night's main event where Cena and his opponent is the main event, but the whole night is a tribute to Cena. Different vignettes, different like little mini interviews, almost like documentary style live wrestling.
Every match every match except for John Cena's match is R-Truth versus somebody dressed up as John Cena.
That would be funny. How cool would it be though if you're seeing like they have a couple matches going on, but everyone's wearing the Never Give Up armbands or something like that.
Yeah,
Or they all come out with the towels in their entrances, or I don't know. I don't know. But it'll be good, buddy. Whatever they do, I think it'll be good.
it will be.
They can't fuck up WrestleMania and John Cena's last appearance ever.
Yes, yes, they can. They
Oh,
absolutely can, and they probably will.
oh my god. If they
Ugh.
fuck it up, maybe I don't go to WrestleCon. Maybe I don't go to WrestleCon.
Yeah. I don't know, buddy. I'm really worried.
Alrighty. Oh, by the way, you talked about Halloween Havoc a little bit. Anything you want to I know it's kind of in the
Um,
past now, but it was a pretty good
Hardys were
show.
cool. I listen, so I didn't go to SmackDown because the tickets never went below $40. I we honestly, my wife Lexi, she was about ready to go to Prescott to go to Halloween Havoc, and I said, we drive up there. It's 2 hours to drive up there. Then we either have to stay up there or drive back down the hill in the dark. So we probably would have ended up staying up there, but then it's like, okay. Then we had to get a hotel room, so I'm spending more money than it would have been to go anyway. So I didn't go to that either. Um, was more upset about missing Halloween Havoc than I was SmackDown because it was a good show. I mean, it really was a good show.
NXT is on
Um,
fire, bro.
I am surprised that the Hardys lost to the Dark State. But the rest of it, I'm not surprised about. I thought it was great. I'm excited to watch NXT tomorrow and go from there.
NXT tomorrow, the Thanksgiving thriller.
Yeah,
Well, dude,
the gobbledygooker special.
I'll throw him in the Hoff
There you go.
in the food wing, right next to Jillian Hall's wart
Yeah, and
and
Mark Henry's hand son.
yeah, Boogeyman's worms. That could be in
Oh yeah, that's a good
the
one.
Hall of Food.
Yeah, some
Dude,
of that mud that they used to, or some of that pudding that they used to do the pudding matches in.
give me a scoop of that Roman Reigns dog food.
Ooh, ooh. Um,
Suffer and succotash.
the wedding cake that got destroyed for Lana and Rusev, or Bobby Lashley and Lana.
I was there that night.
Were you?
Yeah, I was there that night.
I was there. I was there the night that Lana came out with Bobby Lashley and made out with him for the first time in front of the crowd.
That was like truly the last weird Vince angle that we got, wasn't it?
Um,
Was there one weirder than that after that?
I don't know. Was that before the retribution?
Oh God. Was that weird or a failure?
I
Just
don't
a
know.
failure.
I don't know. Well, Otis and Mandy Rose was kind of. I don't know how I felt about that one. Or Rey Mysterio getting thrown off of the top of the building just to show up on SmackDown the next week.
Well, he's indestructible, dude.
Yeah, yeah. Who's that falling out the sky? It's Rey Mysterio.
Booyaka. He just says, you just hear, Booyaka. He starts whistling like a Nerf football because he's so light.
But
All right, dude. Well,
well,
I got,
listen.
what
You
do you
got what?
got? I got nothing.
So by the time you post this video,
Yeah.
it will be Tuesday, October 28th. That makes it your birthday. So officially on the podcast, buddy. Happy birthday.
Thank you. I didn't realize tomorrow was my birthday. So
Oh, right.
thank
It
you.
is. It is the 28th.
No, it is. Yeah. No, it
Okay.
is.
Okay.
Yeah. No, that was not me pulling your leg or anything. Well, yeah. Well, thanks, buddy.
What's it called? Once you hit 30, buddy. I'm starting to realize more and more at my 32 years of age that you just don't remember what your birthday is. And I honestly am this. I don't know if I'm 31 or 32, to be honest. I think
I
I'm
had to
32.
check the other day when I was filling something out on the computer, and I was like, "Am I 32?" I was like, no. So I'll be 31 tomorrow. I don't even know where I'm at, dude.
Yeah, of
But thank you. I appreciate it.
course, buddy. All right. Well, this is another fantastic episode of the House of Fig podcast. Follow us everywhere. HITF Pod. Share, like, subscribe, and tweet Tony Khan and let him know that we want MJF versus Enzo Amore. And then tweet at I don't know, whoever's in charge of the WWE today. Tweet Dana White or whoever's calling the shots over there that we want the Miz and John Cena to be the last match.
I'm about to just tweet at Vince because I'm pretty
Yeah,
sure he's just going
that's
to
who's
come
calling the
back.
shots anyway.
Damn. All right, everyone. Listen to what Mickey said. Go follow us, subscribe to the channel, and we will talk to you later. Later.
Later.